to Queen G's Recipes, and today I am going to be showing you how I like to make my coconut yogurt tarts. They're very simple, very few ingredients, and you can swap a few things here to your liking. So what we're going to need is 3/4 cups of white granulated sugar. You're going to need about a teaspoon or so of vanilla extract. In here I have some flour, 1/2 cup of flour, and I also have about 1/8 teaspoon of salt. Here we have 1/2 cup of sweetened shredded coconut. You can use unsweetened if you find that in your grocery store, but then you'll have to adjust the sugar as well. So here we have 2 eggs, and we're also going to be needing some butter, which will be melting. Here I have 1/4 cup of butter. So as well, you will definitely be needing some yogurt. Here I have 2 cups of coconut yogurt. Now you can use plain yogurt, and if you do decide to use just plain yogurt with no sugar or anything added to it, that's fine. Just add another 1/4 cup of coconut and maybe add another 1/4 cup of sugar, and you will be fine. You're also going to be needing a bowl, a whisk, and a spatula, but you can use a hand mixer as well if you want, but honestly you really don't need it. It all can be done with just a bowl and a whisk. So of course you will also be needing a 12-cup muffin tin, which will be spraying with non-stick butter spray, or you can use a muffin tin and just put some butter in each one well spread. So let's move on to the next step. Okay, so here I have my muffin tin with 12 cups, like a 12-cup muffin tin, which I have sprayed with non-stick spray. And this recipe will give you about 12 to 14 tarts, depending on how much you fill your muffin holes with, or the size of the muffin tins. Some are a little bit bigger, some are a little bit smaller, but I'm going to be filling mine almost to the top because they will rise, but they will shrink in a bit more. So I also have another pan here, and I have only sprayed 2 of them because I know that my recipe, the way I fill them, is going to be about 14 tarts. So let's go ahead to melting our butter. Okay guys, so my bowl has a spout, and it is easier to pour into the muffin tins, but you can use any bowl of your choice and then use an ice cream scoop to pour into the tins. So first off, we're going to put in our eggs and our sugar, and we're going to mix this together for about a minute or so until everything is nicely whisked and a lighter pale color. Okay, so now that I have been mixing my eggs and sugar for a little over a minute, I'm going to add in my vanilla, so about a teaspoon or so. Give that a gentle whisk, just to incorporate it. Then we're going to add in our flour and salt mixture, and gently mix that in. No need to over mix it, just until it is well incorporated together. Now we'll add in our melted butter. Mix that well for another 20 to 30 seconds. Now we're going to add in our yogurt. Now, as I previously mentioned, if you don't want to use any flavored yogurt, you can use plain yogurt with no sugar added and just add in a little extra coconut and a little extra sugar. and that will be perfectly fine too. I have made the tarts with plain yogurt, and I added a little bit more of sugar and a little bit more of coconut, and they turned out really good. The only thing is they have a tang taste. Now, if you're okay with a tangy tart, that's perfectly fine. They were very delicious. But if you want something on the sweeter side, you're gonna wanna do it this way with a flavored yogurt, which is how I'm showing you now. So now we're going to add in our coconut as well. And we're just gonna mix this until everything is nicely mixed together. And you're gonna make sure that your oven is preheated to 350 degrees Fahrenheit. And then we are going to prepare our muffin tins. Alright guys, so now we're ready to fill our muffin cups here. So like I said, I'm gonna fill them up to the top because they will rise, but they will fold in the middle. You'll see what I'm talking about once they are done. But if you feel comfortable filling it 3/4 the way, or if you feel like you want a smaller tart, then that's perfectly fine too. If you don't have a bowl with a spout, then just use an ice cream scoop, as I mentioned earlier. Okay guys, so our tarts are ready to go into our preheated oven at 350 degrees Fahrenheit. Now these will need to bake for about 35 to 45 minutes. I will place mine into the oven, and I will let you know how long they were in the oven for and what they look like when they're done. Okay guys, so my tarts were in the oven for 40 minutes. As you can see, they're nicely golden brown. If you would like yours to be a little bit on the lighter side and not so golden, just leave them in for 5 minutes less. So now we're gonna have to let them cool for at least 10 minutes in the pan, and then we will run a butter knife around the edges, make sure they're loosened from the pan, and we will serve them. Okay guys, so here you have it, our homemade yogurt tarts. Inside they are very moist, and then you have the golden kind of semi-crispy edge. They are amazing, and I definitely recommend you guys try this recipe. You can definitely serve them just as is. You can sprinkle some cinnamon sugar. You can even sprinkle some icing sugar on top of it, but honestly, eating them just as they are is wonderful. So I really hope you guys try this recipe, and I really hope you guys enjoyed this video. So don't forget to subscribe if you haven't already, so you can see my future videos, and take care. Thanks for watching. See you in my next video. Bye.